Hello, everybody. Saverio Mattucci speaking from Parma. Just a couple of minutes to wait the other attendants, and we will start. Thanks. In the meantime that we are waiting the other people, just to know you that during the webinar itself will be recorded, and you can view questions that will be answered during the presentation or at the end. So no problem if also during the webinar you have some question, we can stop the presentation and I can answer directly. Thanks. Oh, ci sei. Okay. Okay, it's 3:30, so we can start. First of all, thank you very much for joining the webinar. Just a quick introduction of myself for who doesn't know who I am. I'm Saverio Mattucci, product manager for Robuschi product, specifically responsible for low blower range. I'm so glad to present you the last born in the Robuschi product portfolio, the Robox Direct. We taking inspiration from the Robox Aqua, a dedicated product for the aquaculture application, and we decided to make some little modification, giving so the possibility to sell this product also for industrial application like with water treatment or pneumatic conveying, and etc. In this presentation, we will go through the description of the complete package in terms of scope of supply, performances, some words about the instruction and the installation, info about the maintenance operation, and of course also commercial aspect that I think that will be more interesting for you. First of all, first slide show the main key performance value of this product. So we have one side of RBS 55, and you can see that maximum capacity reachable is 760 cubic meter per hour at 1 bar maximum delta pressure. And the main introduction differentiation regarding compared to the low standard product is obviously the transmission that in this case is direct coupling against the belt transmission. In this slide show the complete info regarding the dimension, including particular values. For example, the minimum space for the filter replacement that you can see in this part of the slide. That obviously we will see in detail then. But just to give you an overall dimension with noise enclosure. Same speech of the previous slide for the but without noise enclosure. So you can see that this product is also available without noise enclosure. Positioning. This is one of the main aspects in which we have focused and we have concentrated. So the footprint reduction, in order to give to the customer more flexibility during installation, without remove the positive aspect like the side-by-side installation. That is still one of the important features of this product. Said that, you can see also on the image in the slide that 4 units Robox Direct can fit the same space that we have with the standard Robuschi lobe, but with more capacity. Another important feature, in combination of what said in the previous slide, is the fact that thanks to the additional of the soundproofed base that is integral part of the machine, so it's on the scope of the standard scope of supply. This allows for the flexibility, such as the possibility of installation on upper levels. In this way, we can reduce the space requirement and consequently the compressor room size. Another slide, just to give you an overall view of the product, specifying the main parts of the noise enclosure. So there is a list of the total parts that compose a noise enclosure. So the total panels, the front panels, the base, that is the number one, and etc. The total part that compose the noise enclosure. Moving from the scope of supply, okay, we start obviously from the end, RBS 55. I guess that every one of you know very well the Robuschi shaft, and for this reason, in the slide are just listed a summary of the main features of this iRand, with the addition of one very important new entry in terms of features, that is the oil-free certification. Now we have the certification for all Robuschi bare shaft range. About the traction silencer, we reused the same SPF that we used in the standard package due to the double function that this silencer gives. So the absorptive function and the reactive function. The reactive function is also patented, that ensure a good noise reduction and filtration to avoid pollution in the blower. 90% of efficiency on the particles minus 10 micron. Same speech about the discharge silencer. Also in this case, we have the same discharge silencer that is only reactive. So thanks to the 3 resonance chambers that we can see on the picture with different volume, this ensure a good attenuation of the noise. Another important feature is that the fact that the discharge silencer is anti-spark certified by 2, thanks to the internal drilled pipe that acts as flame arrestor. This is important for the customer and a very good benefit to prevent any kind of contamination of convenient gas with the spark possibility generation. Okay, I saw just a first question by Reto. May the sound enclosure be retrofitted similar to the other vendor? The answer is no, because this sound enclosure is specified designed only for this type of package. So the panels are a little bit different from the standard package, and for this reason the noise enclosure is specifically designed for this package. Thanks, Reto, for the question. Check valve. Also in terms of check valve, in terms of protection, we use the same component of the standard package. Check valve, we use it for protect the blower against the reverse flow with the same material and same construction. About the safety valve, also in this case, we use the same RVP valve, that it's used only to protect the blower, not for protect the customer system. This is important to know. The valve is completely settable by Robuschi or by the customer itself. And we will see in which way do this job that it's very easy for the customer. So we try to make more comfortable this operation. In fact, this slide shows how set the valve. As you can see, we studied a solution to make this operation easier for the customer to save time and money. This is one of the main differentiation compared to the standard package. So we designed a dedicated plate for the motor, designed to fit 2 different sides, 30 kilowatt and 22 kilowatt. And we have a standard coupling that ensure a better efficiency for sure, and mostly less maintenance compared to the traditional system with transmission beds. And another important thing is that thanks to the absence of maintenance, absence of transmission beds, we have not only a better efficiency, 100%, but also less cost in terms of maintenance that we will see then in a dedicated slide. About the electric motor, as I said before, we have considered only two power, 30 kilowatt and 22 kilowatt, to match the performance that I showed at the beginning of the presentation. Motor are absolutely standard motor according to the ESC. The sides are 180 and 200. And in this package, we can install among these brands, Pelm, ABB, and WEG. But for sure, if a customer wants to install his own motor, I put the maximum length admissible for the 22 kilowatt and the 30 kilowatt, just to make sure that if customer wants to fit his motor, it's important to know that we have some limits in terms of length, and this limit must be respected. Otherwise, it's impossible to fit other motors. And for sure, always speaking about customer motor, it's important that must follow the ESC standard of the motor. In terms of fan ventilation, also in this case, we use it the same of the standard package. So, fan that ensure the extraction of hot air from the noise enclosure. And this ventilation fan is completed with the terminal box to make easier the connection by the customer. The short pipe connection, also in this case, we use it the same type to not introduce different system for the connection to the customer process, and also to have a quickly and easy installation in case also of revamping solution. This is most important because we can, in an easily way, replace old blower or old package without no other additional adapter. Instrumentation for this product, we have just a standard instrumentation, so the two pressure gauge and vacuum gauge to measure relative pressure and clogging on the filter. And nothing to add about this because they are the same of the standard product. Process air circulation. In this case, we have completely reviewed and restudied the process air circulation inside the package. So compared with the traditional lob package, the fresh air inlet is on the front. You can see that in the front panel there is a specific grid that ensures the entrance of the fresh air inlet. And going through a specific conveyor, goes first to the blower, ensuring a better cooling of this main component, and then it's sucked by the silencer. In this slide, these slides show better the inside suction conveyor with the specific flow part, and there is another window that you use it for cooling also the electric motor. So this means that we studied a very good process air circulation that ensure the better cooling of the two main components that are obviously the blower and the electric motor. Also, in terms of cooling air out circulation, we have reviewed this, designed a specific exhaust conveyor that ensure the extraction of the hot air coming from the noise enclosure, and also the hot air coming from the safety valve if the valve opens. And despite a very compact design, we avoid any stagnation of hot air inside the noise enclosure. And you can see that also the hot air is exhausted on the rear part of the blower. So this means that also in case of side-by-side installation, there are no problem because obviously the hot air going on the rear doesn't affect the other machine in and side-by-side installation. Okay, we in terms of option list in the scope of supply, we have just two. One is obviously the VFD, because this machine being in direct coupling, it's important to use the inverter. And for sure, we have just the inverter itself without no electrical cabinet. So if customer wants, can buy inverter from us, but then have to fit this in a proper electric cabinet. And we have a dedicated plate that it's necessary and facilitate the motor substitution during the serving operation. About the performance, we have tested the machine in our lab according to the ISO 1217, performed at 900 millibar and 700 cubic meter per hour. And you can see that compared to a standard low package at the same condition, we have a very good results, minus 8% of saving in terms of energy saving. And if we assume an operation way 24 hours and 24 with the cost of energy 0.1, the total annual saving reach almost 1,743 euros. That is a very good result, speaking also from the fact that we are comparing two similar technology, because we are speaking on low technology. But thanks to the absence of the transmission belts, we can reach a very good result. About the sizing tool, nothing will change, because we can use the same sizing tool that we just use it for the standard product, with the only difference that to select in the correct way, it's necessary use not the standard ES-EL model, but the CRBS. That means blower direct coupling. But for the rest, it's completely the same tool. Also about the noise, we did a lot of tests in our lab, performed according to the ISO 5746. Even in using the same performance condition, 900 millibar and 700 cubic meter per hour. And you can see that also in this case, we got very good results in terms of noise. So 74 dBi, that's better, so a very good, better silence despite a very compact design. Moving from installation to operation, I mentioned it before, the fact that in the standard scope of supply, there is a closed base that not only ensure a good improving in terms of noise, but also the fact that we can have a easy rack installation, for example, in the scaffold structure. So this is something that is new, because our standard law, as you know, doesn't have any closed base, but in this case, there is. And for sure, this is a key point for the customer for that gives benefit in terms of noise insulation and also in terms of easy installation in case customer wants to install in a different way the package. In terms of handling, we can move the package in a different way. So if we want to moving at ground level, we can use a simple truck pallet, or if we can move to upper level, we can use a lifting crane, because there are specific dedicated anchor bolts to moving. So this just to say that we have studied this package considering also this aspect that is very important for the customer. Okay, this slide is just to give you some suggestion in terms of on-site placement, because it's possible for sure look at the Robox in the ground, but it's not mandatory for sure. and there are some details to have a correct anchoration on the ground. Environmental condition. So Robox Direct, as you can see, it's suitable only for air, dust-free environmental for sure. The temperature range is -20, between -20 and plus 40 Celsius degree, and the installation is up to 1,000 meters. This is also important because this range is in accordance also to the motor range, because obviously for the blower, for sure, it can work also in different conditions in terms of altitude and temperature. But the important thing is the motor. So if the machine must be installed in a different location with critical environmental condition, it's better to come back to us, to Robuschi, to verify and to check if the standard motor can be installed also, because this is a key aspect for the rating, the thermal rating, that is an aspect that can happen when electric motor is installed in a different condition from what I wrote in the slide. In terms of indoor installation, this is just a generic scheme how compressor room should be, but for sure it's not our care, but it's customer care to have this, with a very estimated calculation of the total extraction capacity that the ventilation fan that the customer have to put inside the blower room, it's necessary to guarantee a very good circulation, air circulation inside the blower room. Out indoor installation, for sure, Robox Direct can be installed outside, but there are some recommendations that are listed in this table. This is a suggestion that for sure must be followed to have a long life of the Robox installed in outdoor installation. Service and maintenance in this slide are showing the main maintenance activities. One innovation is due to the fact that for the suction filter replacement, it's no longer necessary that the roof is lifted up, but the roof in this way, in this product, can just slide normally, and this was thought to permit the maintenance also in case the machine are installed in a scaffold structure where we have limited space and it's not possible to lift it up the roof. So this is just an innovation that we thought for this product. For the rest, the maintenance activities are simple the same, and everything is possible thanks to the hatches on the front side, removing the front panel. This table shows the main service maintenance scheduling in terms of change oil, in terms of replacement filter. As you can see, there isn't any replace of belts, and in terms of general revision of the air end, that it's similar. It's the same, identical for the standard package. In terms of service and maintenance, the warranty, it's a standard warranty that is 12 months after commissioning or 18 months after the shipment. So we follow the same of the standard lab package. Okay, this is maybe the slide that it's most interesting for you, the lead time and the price list. So lead time is next week now, and the price list is excluding the motor. So this price only includes the total scope of supply that I show it in the slide. It's 7,600 price list. This slide shows just a comparison between a standard Robox Log and Robox Direct at same performance. So you can see that even if the capex investment is higher, thanks to the better efficiency, the 8% of saving that we saw before, and thanks to the less cost of maintenance, the total life cycle cost is less, and we have a total saving in this case of 8,000 euro, and a payback very short and very good. So this just to highlight the fact that for sure this product costs less, costs a little bit more, but this cost, thanks to the big advantage that this product brings to the customer, can easily recover thanks a very strictly and short payback. Market and application. Okay, just this is just a rough scheme of the wastewater treatment plant that show where Robox Direct can be used. For example, in the point 1, Robox Direct for air bubbles and oiling separation system, in which basically in this process the machine runs at fixed speed. Or in point 2, in the oxidation system, in which for sure, thanks to the inverter and the modulation, it's important to guarantee the exact amount of oxygen in the tank, and also for the filter backwash system, in which it's usually an application in which the machine has a start and stop functionally, so intermittent functionally. So just to give you an idea in which kind of application specifically for the wastewater treatment, the Robox Direct can be used. This is just another example in terms of pressure pneumatic conveying. So show also where the Robox Direct can be used. For example, to convey cement or flow for food industrial. It's a generic scheme for the pressure pneumatic conveying. So also in this case, Robox Direct can, without problem, fit this type of application. List of documentation, just a list of the total documentation that we have uploaded in RepsNet. So we have the total technical specification, completely detailed, a dedicated operating and maintenance manual, a brochure for marketing aspect, the drawing, the P&I, noise data sheet. So everything is necessary for you to promote the product is available on RepsNet. And okay, if something is missing, please let me know, and I will revert as of. Okay, just a resume of the selling point of this product. So first, it's the compact, compactness, so the footprint reduction, 60% respect to the standard logo. So ideal solution for revamping situation, thanks also to the fact that there is the possibility to have a installation on scaffold structure. Package efficiency, better respect the traditional lobe with transmission belts, thanks to the direct coupling, so that ensure a better efficiency. And the last but not least, the ease of use and maintenance. So thanks to the absence of the transmission belts, this gives to the customer more value in terms of cost and also in terms of time of doing maintenance activities. Okay, the presentation is finished. So if you have any question, we have some time just to answer to your question. Okay, there is a question by Reto. What's the warranty period on the coupling? I think that you, Reto, mentioned it. You mean the scheduling in terms of maintenance. Okay, we depending of the operation condition, but for sure it's only necessary to verify the alignment of the coupling, not to replace anything, and for sure this must be done in every 3 or 4 years. A spare part kit for it, okay, in terms of parts, there is only filter and oil replacement. So considering that the filter and oil it's the same that we use in the Robox standard lobe, we can consider the same in terms of spare part kits. And for the blower, obviously it's the same because the blower is the same. Okay, another question by Ziv Alave. Can you send the presentation by mail? For sure, it's possible, but as I said, it's also in RepSnet, so okay, Reto, another question. A customer of mine made bad experience with Erden Leroy-Somer direct coupling. Okay, I think that in this case was a direct connection between Leroy-Somer, that is a permanent magnet motor, with a blower. So for sure, I think that in this case, the fact that permanent magnet motor, it's a different kind of motor. It's a more complexity motor against the standard motor. From my experience, the direct coupling done by a standard ESC motor and low blower was good. In fact, we have a lot of old packages that are with this type of connection and are still running since 30 years. So this just to say you, Reto, that with this type of direct coupling with a standard motor and a standard blower, there are absolutely no problem, and the reliable of this package is guaranteed 100%. Okay, I'm waiting on the question if there are. Okay, if there aren't any other questions, thanks again for your attention. I hope that the presentation was good and clear. Anyway, if you need more explanation, you have doubts, you want more details, please don't hesitate to contact me on my mobile phone or my email. Okay. We have another question from Reto. May it be set with the current sizing tool? Yes, for sure, Reto. Absolutely, you can use the current sizing tool. But as I said before, it's important that during the selection you put CRBS, not ES, because CRBS means the fact that there is a direct coupling, not belt transmission. Okay. I leave you 5 minutes to think if there are other questions. Okay, it seems that there are no questions. Good. And okay, I repeat, thanks again for the attention and for everything. Don't hesitate to contact me. Have a good rest of your journey, and okay, see you in the next webinar. Thank you, Mike, for your attention. Thank you, Ziv. And okay, see you next time in Parma or whenever. Bye-bye.